This portion of 17 News is brought to you by Hillcrest Air Conditioning and Sheet Metal, serving you since 1950.
All right, so it is Weather Wednesday, a time when we get to geek out a little bit together. And I was talking yesterday with my school visit at Sunset School about how we're ending the water year. And they were kind of like, the school year just began. And so I thought it'd be neat for us to talk a little bit more about the water year now that it ends this Sunday and what that means heading into our next season.
Yeah, water year, when we talk about that, it's very important for agriculture and stuff like that. A lot of people say, oh, well, I want to know what the water is from January 1st, but the water year is very important. So we wanted to touch on that, but we also wanted to touch about what could be coming as we get closer and closer to the winter months. And, we talk about La Niña, we talk about El Niño. So let's show you what we're going to be seeing here in the coming months. And now I want to talk about the water year first. Since October 1st, we've picked up over 11 inches of rain.
Amazing.
So nice to see. Normally, we should be just over 6 inches. Now, our departure is just shy of 5 inches. So we picked up 5 inches above normal in terms of precipitation for the water year. To give you a perspective, for the water year 2021-2022, we only picked up just shy of 5.5 inches. So that departure is huge.
Huge.
With that 11 inches.
Yeah, we had so many of those very wet winter storms, but then we also picked up an inch of rain as Tropical Storm Hillary came on shore in August.
That really helped us out. So let's talk about La Niña. And this was 2022. And you can see in a La Niña pattern, we get drier, warmer air to the south, which should include Kern County, and wetter weather up into the Pacific Northwest. So that jet stream is more northbound. We get ridging out in the Pacific that keeps all of that more north. Then we talk about El Niño patterns, and this is what all suggestions are coming in for the winter of 2023.
Yeah, La Niña is kind of known as being dry, El Niño known as being wet, but that's only when we're talking about our region. You're going to hear a lot of reports of it being drier and warmer to the north. We're very excited to have the potential for a wetter than average year, but does that mean we get another 11 inches? Well, probably not, but it is possible.
It is possible, and that would be really nice to see. So here is our El Niño of 1998, and you can see from January through December, we picked up 13 inches of rain. Wow. I mean, incredible to see these numbers. In July and August, of course, we didn't pick up any rain. But our biggest month was February. We picked up 5 inches.
5 inches that year. So yes, when we're talking about El Niño, it's not just a fall and winter thing. It is an oscillation. It's part of warming sea surface temperatures in the Pacific that can have an influence for months and even years. So we are hoping that we get a wetter than average year, but it's all that wait and see. And really from October through March will be the most active.
Yeah, and El Niño of 1998, you can see from January 1st through December 31st, we picked up over 13 inches of rain. Now, that was the strongest El Niño on record and the wettest year on record for Bakersfield.
And so with that said, with that kind of potential, will we hit a record? Probably not. But again, we always need to prepare. So go ahead and start watching your home for any areas that could flood, any trees that could come down. We also know as our leaves start falling in the next several weeks, those will start to block up storm drains.
Yes.
And so when we get the rain, it can cause some extra flooding in the fall.
Yeah, so always keep an eye on those drains as we get into the winter months and as the leaves start to fall, but gives you kind of an idea of what we could be looking at heading into this winter.
It's very exciting. And stay tuned. Coming up next, we're talking about your Wellness Wednesday segment.